With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
So off the tip, it's Charlotte. O'Neal with the steal. Outside Irving. Pass to Wagner. The fader. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot off.
To Stan, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of a Franz Wagner.
Oh, you sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill. And he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact. And he will also create shots for his teammates.
Kicks it out to Wagner. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Wagner with the block.
Well, that's impressive defense by Wagner. He gets himself into great position.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Well, you can't be too aggressive defensively because the refs will call stuff like this.
And Adebayo drops them both.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take
personal foul. First team.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Virginia Beach.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense. Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Bangs home the trifecta.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing. That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Blasting to the shoot.
It's good from long range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
O'Neal with it. He's picked up by Morant. Here's Rose. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. O'Neal, that's a 2-pointer. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Shaq's got 7 points.
You see here just how good Morant is at spotting openings, then moving the ball into them.
Tipped away. Pass to Wagner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Wagner's got his second basket.
Well, it's a luxury that Wagner is so versatile in the two-man game.
And finished off by O'Neal.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And Wagner has it in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He has 7.
Something Wagner continues to work on. It's huge when he's connecting from outside. A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Virginia Beach pulls it in. Baseline J on the way. Can't hit that one. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Virginia Beach leads by 7. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Virginia Beach is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
And it's Young finishing it off.
You don't see Trae Young take flight very often, but he can get up there with the best of them.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Look, that's what you want. Young is just so good when he penetrates. Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
A great find there for the open man.
Here's Battier. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Charlotte calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Well, you know that's the name of the game these days. Hit threes, spread out that defense.
Wagner on the wing for three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. From deep LeBron. And another three for Charlotte.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Now, here's Wagner. He's got 7, and the basket is good.
Well, he's a 3-level scorer. That's what Wagner can do.
Pass to LeBron. The Trae. 3 ball. LeBron James.
He is in a zone right now. Every three he puts up seems to be going down.
Here's Battier. And Battier throws it down.
Well, you love the find by Wagner at 6'10", a good passer, and has a great view of the floor.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer.
A really smart defender. Battier positions himself really good there for the block.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Adebayo sends it back.
And that block was all about timing, making sure he didn't foul while also protecting the rim. And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the length to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
It's all about getting into a rhythm. Once James is feeling it, he loves pulling up like that.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Charlotte calls timeout.
All right, let's get another court.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Left side, O'Neal. Clock is at 3. Fades away. And off the glass. That one's good. O'Neal's got 6 points.
Shad gets the bucket there with not much time to spare. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Irving drives in, and the shot is good. He has 7.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's Virginia Beach. They're up by 3. And will return shortly. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Virginia Beach leading by 3. Kicks it out to Wagner. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Bill Walton.
What concentration there from Wagner, accepting the contact and still finding a way to capitalize.
I'll tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Great dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
And it's Morant missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
This one for 3. And that one's good. Wagner.
3 points.
Wagner's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, look, it's been a big night for Wagner. He's 6'10", skilled, smart, a really difficult matchup.
Wagner from long range. Rip Hamilton with the rebound. Charlotte trails by 6. Deng gets a wide open look. Knocks down the 3-ball. Deng's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Charlotte. And finished off by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion. And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Here's Irving. Takes it inside.
Well, you have to deny these easy shots when you can. They send a clear message to your opponent.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And that one's good, Wagner. Wagner's got 17 now.
Look, when Wagner's rolling, he can score with the best of them. He's having an outstanding night.
And it's Irving with the ball for Virginia Beach. They've led by as many as 11 points. .122 left in the third quarter of the game. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Charlotte trailing. Bang for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Deng's got 12 points in just the second half.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Rose, and he slams it down right on top of Bam Adebayo.
And without question, Derrick Rose is one of the most athletic players the league has ever seen. Right there, reminding us just what he can do.
The kick out to Rose. Adebayo the screen. In the corner, O'Neal with it. And the 3-ball is good. O'Neal's got it all tied up now for Virginia Beach.
Taking what the defense gives him and showing how effective his jumper can be.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Bang for 3. The long distance 3 is buried. And it's a 5-point Charlotte lead.
How about the raid on that jump shot? love seeing this guy when he's in form.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Charlotte leads by 2. Oregon. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Over 7 feet, big, quick, great hands. Shaq is a one-of-one type of player.
That's good from O'Neal. O'Neal hits them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
And Shaq with the slam.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Battier with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Battier. The shot's good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Irving attacking, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And on that drive, Kyrie with speed. The defense can't counter it, and the momentum gets Irving to his shot.
Virginia Beach making a switch here. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Stolen by O'Neal. Look at Shaq galloping the other way.
Well, you can never hustle too hard in transition, and he really made sure they converted on the break.
Charlotte calls timeout. Charlotte making a switch here. Charlotte trailing. Outside, O'Neal. Shoots the 3. The 3 goes down.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Adebayo the screen. And it's Rose penetrating. Strong move off the glass.
And Rose proving already to be a relentless competitor. Excellent at finding ways to finish inside.
It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these 2 teams are really equal.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Guarded now by Shaq. O'Neal. Wagner with the block.
And when it comes to rim protection, that's picture perfect.
Adebayo. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size. And nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Second team foul. At the line for 2, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
The presence Giannis has on the floor is incredible. He's must-see TV.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
And he banks the layup in.
And make no mistake, Irving wants the ball in his hands in these moments. His confidence is off the charts.
You can tell Giannis loves delivering in these moments. puts the team on his back without hesitation.
Wagner fires. Count it. Nails it from 14.
Well, no surprise, Wagner is becoming a guy they can go to in big spots.
Onto the Kumbo.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets. That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief. Well, this is what you want to see from Giannis. Your biggest stars stepping up in the biggest moments.
Second personal foul, third team foul. At the line for Charlotte, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Shooting one.
Free throw no good for Giannis. And Virginia Beach with the possession here. That one goes.
And this is why they go to Wagner here. He can get them the clutch points.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Look at Westbrook carrying the load. He can be that guy for you.
Irving looking for an opening. Wagner trained from outside.
Always ready to step up and score. Wagner was the right guy at the right time.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
At the line for Charlotte, Russell Westbrook. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both in a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Rose goes in. Wagner fires. Missed on the 3. Westbrook. He nails the jump shot.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions. Don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And so it's Charlotte with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For my friends Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you later on.